We've made $62,000 last night running a webinar, and this is part three of me going over the entire backend, entire SOP of my webinar funnels. Without any further ado, let's hop straight into it. The reason why it only shows 52K is because we've also collected some through Fanbases and Stripe. But yeah, let's hop straight into it. So in the episodes before or parts before, I've been talking about the foundations. So what the webinar was called, exact lead magnet that we were giving away, specifically what they'll be walking away with and what they'll learn. So, the entire promise, the main promise of the webinar, why they should attend and what they're going to learn from the webinar alone. And then the offer at the end as well. Just, all the basics, all the building blocks to even thinking about a webinar. Next up, we've gone over the entire funnel, so specifically the registration page, the thank you page VSL, the reminder automation, all the zaps, what we've done exactly with the WhatsApp group, specific ManyChat automation, the calendar, and also UTM trackers. If you want to see that, you can go part one, part two. Next up, organic launch. I don't think I've spoken about that too much, but to keep it short, we've basically been posting every single day a reel for them to comment a keyword to get registered. Next up, we've posted a YouTube video with the link as well. Quick tip here, you can replace basically links under all your YouTube videos. You're always getting new traffic there. So do that before every launch. Just replace all the links. You might think it's not worth it, but trust me, it is. Your YouTube is always getting new traffic. So just pop it in there. If people see it, it's a live event, it's a exclusive thing, they're gonna like it, they're gonna, click on it and register. Next up, we've been sending emails to the entire list. Again, just CTAs to the webinar only. We didn't promote anything else during that week. Instagram stories, again, just, the classic, selling them on themselves that they can do it, selling them on yourself as the authority, and selling them on the actual mechanism that you would be, teaching on the class. Instagram Live, we actually did not go live, but, that is something that you can do. Just do like a Q&A, hop on for 15, 30 minutes, answer some questions, and every couple minutes here and there, just CTA for people to register. Can be TikTok Live too, wherever your audience is the strongest, or even do both. When it comes to the actual presentation, by the way, the reason why I'm speeding a little bit is because I'm actually recording this the second time because I wasn't recording the first one and I realized all the way where I was at the end. So that's why I'm running through it a bit faster, but yeah, still want to make sure I cover everything. So let's get back. For the actual webinar slides, so what you want to do here is the sweet spot is around a 2-hour webinar, meaning the first 20 to 30 minutes, you're just framing the people. So here you introduce your story, what the opportunity is about, how you got into it. And this part is basically for the people to, start trusting you and liking you and believing you. And also resonating with you. So, you basically paint the picture of how you've been in the exact same shoes as them and how, the information that they're about to learn is going to absolutely change it. How, that information that they're about to learn is the missing key that took you from wherever you were to wherever you're going. So, goal here is to make them, again, trust you, like you, and get hyped for what's about to come. So, next up, there's the sauce part where you actually tell them about the mechanism and you give them the actual sauce. Now, this one is, to number one, obviously give them a lot of value, build up some reciprocity, and also, sell them on the actual mechanism so they know and trust the process and they know that this is the only way to actually do it. Then you start transitioning to the pitch. So here you start mentioning how, even though people learn all this, most of you guys are not going to do anything with it because you still face problem one, problem two, problem three, problem four. But what if you had another option? What if you had an option where I could help you more, where you would have me in your corner, where you'd have this, this, this? Would that be something you would want to learn more about? And after that, you just, introduce your offer and you start doing the actual pitch. I went through little more in depth on that in the last part, so you can check that out. But anyways, after you're done with your pitch, you drop the link, you tell people to do, whatever action they're supposed to do. After that, you jump into Q&A. Now, Q&A is very important. It's basically, objection handling in real life. The chances are that, people that ask a question, someone else probably has the same question. So by answering that, you literally, answer to all the people. It's basically the same thing as if you had, little FAQ sections on your thank you page after they booked a call. So do a Q&A. You'll get a lot more people over the line, because they are going to have questions. It's also a chance for you to, interact with the audience, for them to feel really good because they can actually talk to you, and you can also show expertise in real life, right? So you're not just, reading the webinar, if you're doing that, but you're actually answering in real time, and yeah, just dropping even more sauce, showing that you are actually the expert. um so that's for the pitch. I don't know if I want to cover anything else. I think that's it. All right, copywriting, reminder emails, reminder SMS, post webinar emails, WhatsApp reminders. So what we've actually done for the post webinar is, number one, for all the no shows, you have a couple options here. You can give out the recording, right? You can give out the recording. You can charge low ticket for the recording. You can not give out the recording. What we've decided to do is we didn't give out the recording at all. I honestly like it more because it keeps the webinar exclusive, and it keeps the fact that it's being live, which is the best part about the webinar. The energy on a live webinar is just different, and the chances of someone sitting through a 2-hour webinar when it's pre-recorded is just much lower. Yes, you can probably squeeze out a couple more sales, but I feel like long term, it's nice if people know that you're not giving out a recording, they can just skip it. They actually want to show up, and it incentivizes them to actually show up for the next one. So what we actually did instead of giving out a replay is we've told them, yo, so many people have been reaching out to us for a replay. So many people have been telling us they could not make it. Because of that, we've decided to run it again for the last time this Tuesday at 11 a.m. So that's what we did. We're gonna be running another one at a different time, so our friends from Europe can join as well. And this will be actually my first time doing that, so we'll see how that goes. But I think it should do well because we've already gotten a bunch of registrants for it, and people are very happy about that because they get to actually attend, for those that actually logistically couldn't. Because last one we did was pretty late. For Europe, it was pretty much not doable. Um, so that's what we're doing for the no shows. Now, when it comes to the show ups, we're just funneling them to book a call with us again. So, email every single day. We're doing an email the day after that. Then we give them a pause, then another email. Basically, just CTAing back. You want to offer them the same offer that they had on the webinar, because they're super special. And yeah, you just milk it out. Absolutely. So that's for the email. Now, I'm not sure if I did mention in my last video, with these, I think I did. I did mention the setter flow. So we also have setters on the back end. You can watch part 2 if you want to get specifics on that. But yes, we are getting everybody, we are getting in touch with everybody, and most of them are being treated as, regular VSL opt-ins. Unless they've, gone further down the funnel, they took some action, we treat them differently. But if they haven't taken really any action, um, it's basically a VSL opt-in. So next up, the application funnel. That's just basically your regular VSL call funnel. So I'm not going to be going too deep into that in this one. Yeah, that's pretty much the entire thing. I skimmed through it a lot, but I am gonna create another one where I'm gonna go specifically deeper into, metrics and everything. But basically, with this SOP, with all these stuff, you should be, pretty well set. So if you want this checklist, I do have it in my Telegram channel linked down below. So you can hop in there. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. Um, I hope you guys got some value out of this one. Get ready for the next one because I'm gonna go much, much deeper and I'll try to make it insanely saucy. So yeah, be ready for that. Um, if you stayed till here, thank you for staying here. I appreciate you. And yeah, have a good one. Peace. Oh, like and subscribe. Peace.